can just force a ton of damage onto those individual players
Yeah, that's true.
who are getting controlled. And let's go push it back into game. They've pretty much drafted already, so we're going to get ourselves into the match in just a moment, waiting for that last pick there from Energy. But, I think it's going to be fascinating that this game, but Infinity really need to get those early pickoffs in order to make good use and give Void a little bit of space.
Yeah, Void here, there's so much pressure on him because he can't die early. He's got to get those levels up so that he's got Chronosphere level 1, level 2. By the time the Invoker's got high levels, enough levels in Wex and Exhort to do the damage. I think that's the only way they're going to win. And with a hero like Puck, there's so much control in the team fights from Energy. Once he's got Blink Dagger and Treads up, that's when the game starts going south for Ian. So IFG have got to do magic here, and they've got to make sure that they shut down the Puck, and at the same time that they don't spend too much time shutting down the Puck, and as a result lose their other lanes. The supports for IFG, they've got a big job ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean, if Puck just blinks and silences the Void, we'll see no Chronosphere. Maybe CM and Lina are going to get involved. There'll just be too much CC. I think if Void, doesn't catch a break somehow, then he's going to be pretty much and almost wrecking it for his own team with his lack of actually being able to do anything. It's not really his own fault. It's just the fact that he's being decimated in such a way. But let's go cover the teams a little bit. IFG, we got Sanprawn here on the Void, O'Malley on the Bane. You got Susie on the Mirana, Adamson on the Invoker, and who did I miss? There we go, Jakiro by Phalanx.
My pet, thanks.
And down at the bottom, Klitzy on the Lifestealer. We've got Zero on the CM, LGP on the Lina. And let's push over there. Shanks on the Puck, and we've got Random Heroes. So currently, actually, Puck mid and Slark down the bottom.
Yeah, they swapped it around. I think that this is more a situation like if it wasn't for the Invoker mid, if it was like, I think with the majority of other heroes, we would be seeing the Puck actually going into the safe lane. I really think that that's such a favorable lane. At the same time, though, I mean, Slark early on, if he gets a good leap, if he gets good positioning onto the Mirana, then it's an easy kill. You can't leap out of that little tether of justice that he has of Pounce.
Yeah. They're actually getting into their lanes early. They're not really moving around the map as a team as we saw in the show match. And they've all kind of ready for this straight away. So we are going to be getting tri-lane versus tri-lane. That's pretty much what I'm going to be watching most of the time. You're going to have to alert me in case I'm missing out on anything in that mid and lower lane.
Certainly. In the mid lane, we see that Invoker's gone for the Null Talisman, and he's been pulled. Oh, just a pause coming out. Probably a little bit of lag or something. A little bit unfortunate, actually. It's weird that Sandprawn's playing carry here. See, this is the thing. O'Malley, I think I would have, if I would have had to guess, I would have put O'Malley on the carry and seen Sandprawn in the off lane. But they've, as a result of Suzy Q being an off lane player, they've switched it around. So Sandprawn's going to be carrying and O'Malley on support. But yeah, Adestam and also the Puck have both been pulled a single tango.
Yep.
And, two tangos, sorry, an Invoker. And a set of tangos up. So we're going to see the full bottle rush really coming out of both of them.
We're already getting a little bit messy in here. We've got the debuff there onto the Lifestealer. And we'll see if he's going to be able to pick up a couple of last hits.
Oh, haste on the Crystal Maiden. Could see some action actually happening here.
Already, are we going to get a move made straight away? No. See, I'm giving them a little bit of space to breathe, but not too much. But, okay, all of these guys here, particularly the EN players, they're going to be filtering the amount of XP they're getting quite massively, and Jakiro might be able to just go and pull the lane out.
Yeah, one thing to note is that Enfeeble level 1 was taken by Lifestealer, so not the best defensive spell, really. I mean, most of the damage coming out at the moment would be from magic, from the stuns on Lina and the Dragon Slave. But what we see is the Enfeeble, so it's just making Klitzy Banana's farm a little bit worse than he would normally. And we really do see that. He's only got 3 creeps at the moment.
Yeah, let's get a couple of stats on it, in fact. There we go, we can see those last hits and denies. Currently Invoker leading the board.
Invoker's mid versus Puck, it's a little bit hard with the Forged Spirits until you get a little bit more damage, I think, on the Puck. He's actually just used Orb to pick up one of the creeps there. And this is something I don't really like on Invoker.
LGP, no. Sorry, he missed the full.
Unlucky by LGP. Yeah. But yeah, he's taken 1 level in Quest for the Cold Snap, and he's gone Forged Spirits. So I think if he takes more levels in Quest, it's gonna be a bit of a mistake, especially against a hero like Puck.
Void's going to have to watch out a little bit here. Getting pretty low. Sure, he's got the tangos on him, but if they manage to get a solid stun on him, this could be it. He gambled it, and it did not pay off. Void is going to be going down. And that's exactly what couldn't happen. He was... That's such a risk, though. You're wandering around with 20 or 30% of your health. Why?
Yeah, he's trying to play a little bit too greedy, and I mean, it's a lane where he has to play so safe.
Yeah, he's going to TP straight in again, but that's already a little boost to the EN team. Not that they didn't need it.
Yeah, one thing to notice, Lifestealer doesn't have a lot of mana at the moment, so won't have an open wounds for a pretty long period of time. There's a Lina can actually clarity map, but I think that we're going to see Clitterminanas as a result just farm now and get his boots up, maybe the finish off the phase boots, and then we'll see some more action attractions in that top lane. Also notice that Lina's got like quite a substantial attack range increase, 650 attack range.
Oh wow, okay.
Huge. Yeah, that was relatively recent.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was trying to memorize all of the patch notes, but
bottom lane, just seeing some action here.
Let's have a look. Oh wow, I actually missed the kill on Slark there. Susie getting a kill, that's going to be really helpful, in fact, for IFG.
Yeah, I mean, level 3 Starfall, it's not something that you can dodge as a Slark. It's something that you have to, you know, it's very hard for you have to deal with. But Susie's actually taken a lot of damage here, so despite getting that nice kill, is actually so far behind like 4 creeps. So that's like, you know, it wasn't first blood. It is a difference that is quite huge in terms of experience, because we see Slark a full level behind. But once Slark gets back up to 6, he'll be just fine.
Well, hopefully it's not going to cause a ripple effect on the rest of the game for them. I'll try and keep my eyes here on mid as well. I'm just starting to see more of these items coming out from the Invoker. Let's see how Puck's doing. He's got the bottle.
Yeah, Puck, and we also see the Invoker is hitting for Mechanism, which is something that like I really don't like. I think Invoker's way more of a core here. He needs to get up.
Go for the Midas straight away, or?
I think in this game that's maybe a little bit too greedy. I think that maybe he should just be going straight for that 4 stuff. Normal brown boots into 4 stuff. But I think you can also see that his team needs a mech so desperately that he's had a great start, 20 creeps, so...
Yeah, he should be able to pick it up fairly fast. So it shouldn't be too bad for him. Let's have a look at what kind of build he's using here. Pretty typical from Lifestealer. Be level 4 in just a moment. No one really pulling ahead too far in terms of the farm. But I mean, you notice though, EN, they've got 3 out of the top 4 players.
Yeah.
They're already starting to pull a bit of a lead. And let's have a look. Yeah, just over 1,000 gold ahead. 5 minutes in. That's actually quite a bit this early on.
Yeah, Mirana's looking to make a kill in the mid lane on Shanks. Shanks does have 1 level up in Waning Rift and 1 in Phase Shift. So if there's a little bit of a cold snap action happening, then we'll actually see probably a good arrow could seal the deal.
Well, Puck's already moved away, so it looks like Susie's gonna back off elsewhere. Maybe go say hello to the Slark again. And we've got another one up in mid. Puck actually with an Invis rune.
Yeah, there's going to be some action here. Tough. He's only got level 1 Waning Rift, but he has a nice dream call.
3-player call. There it is. Players moving in. We've got the Nightmare done by the Bane, but we've already got a kill on the Void. He's died twice now. Bane's going to drop. Are they going to be able to chase onto the Jakiro? We've got a TP back in. Are they going to try and pick up the scraps here that they left? Okay, sure. There's an Ice Path, but he's going to fall anyway. Mirana moves in. Pops his ulti, and almost wasted efforts.
Yeah, Zero could have actually, if he had just a little bit more mana, could actually turn around there. But the fact that the Invoker's not there, and the Invoker's going for like a very unusual build here. I mean, Ring of Basilius and Headdress as a combination.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, like I'm not really entirely sure what's up with that.
He's just got himself the wand as well. So he's not really going straight for a big item, it seems. It's just lots of little smaller ones.
Yeah, Random Hero, meanwhile, got a little bit of solo time in the bot lane. Managed to finish off his treads. He's still got those 2 tangos that he got pulled in the beginning. And he's picked up his Orb of Venom. So, interesting combination that he could go Bash up into the Abyssal Blade. Excellent item against Slark. As a Slark against
Smoke. Invoker, he's going to suffer right now. There it is. Sunstrike coming down on himself. Actually, almost managed to kill Shanks then, and he's got the double damage, but another kill looking easy for EN.
Yeah, I think that the draft like really just favored them so much here. Like, classic hero for Klitzy Bananas to play. It's one of his signature heroes, a life stealer, and just having such an easy lane top. There was no pressure on him really.
Well, what do you think really IFG could have done though? I mean, do you think they should maybe have rotated their supports to mid, try get a kill maybe in the very early stages of the game?
I think that they should have just constantly lane swap. Oh, some action happening here. Adam Stam just gonna TP in and die straight away. His
Wow.
support was too far back to actually help at all.
Schoolboy error.
Yeah, 100% schoolboy error. I mean, it really is showing. Against some of the other teams, they would think, okay, well, maybe he's TPing in here, maybe he's got backup right behind him.
But they're just
we
like,
don't
whatever,
know
we're gonna kill you. Deal with it.
Yeah, but
You've
I
got
mean,
2 heroes at top, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just like good map awareness, good game sense. They knew that the only hero that could have been there was the Bane, so there's no chance of a turnaround in a kill.
Look
But there
at
was
this.
a chance of
Klitzy
maybe
might
like,
get a
getting
solo
it.
kill on Jakiro here. Lifesteal can be very difficult to slow down, and almost there with the first. That AoE damage could have got him.
But this game is like cruise control for energy right now. They're winning all 3 lanes. The only lane which IFG have in terms of creeps, they're losing in terms of kills. And they need levels on their supports, especially this Bane. I think Bane with level 7 can make easy pickoffs on the Crystal Maiden for the rest of the game.
Let's have a look. We've got Lina up here. Going to be a quick kill. Jakiro survived the first attack, but not the second. Void, he's going to be able to get away this time, but we're not even 10 minutes in. 7-1 for Energy Esports. And now Klitzy, actually, he wants to chase. He's going to try and take him down here.
He won't kill Sampron, but he might be able to harass him out of the lane a little bit more.
And they're just able to destroy this lane of creeps. And they might even be able to get themselves that tier 1 in a second.
Yeah, there's going to be some creep skipping happening here by Klitzy. Don't know why he didn't. I mean, they obviously want to kill. They want this game to end in the next, like...
5 minutes.
Like, yeah. No, maybe not end, but they want the game to be, like, decided within the next 5 minutes. And I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't just, pushed this tower down. Stood behind the tower with tanking the creeps, and maybe it's just because they don't have a lot of great vision on the map at all. Like, they have absolutely no substantial wards except one mid, which is just for spotting mid. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. They don't. They have got one in top lane as well, which is nothing really in the jungles or wherever you may place them. I really think if Infinity continue to make errors or give away just even a couple more kills, then really they're going to be running out of hopes to getting back in this game.
I think what IFG could have possibly done is just constantly try to lane dodge. They could have picked the offlane hero that wasn't a Mirana. They could have gone with, or made Mirana a support and picked like a traditional offlane hero, and then just played the game of dodging the tri lane. So they send a tri lane bot, and Energy wants to aggro, and then everyone swaps around, and then carry on swapping around. Means that you're never having to actually contest the tri lane.
They've got a lot of heroes up top here, but we've also got Shanks coming in. There it is. Lina might be in trouble. Void, I think. Oh no, Bane got the last hit on that. Is Shanks going to be in trouble as well? We've got the Lifestealer who's just going to solo down the Jakiro. And I think, are they going to try and cut their losses? I don't even need to. Susie gets a nicer kill onto Shanks.
Yeah, Susie and Invoker did a good job. Picked him up. Shanks actually had Blink on the dagger, but he wasn't expecting the 0 time cross time on Cold Snap. So he just took that damage, and he was a goner from then on.
Yeah, that's more like it, what we're seeing from Infinity. Managing to take down the mid hero, and I think they also got the four place player, the Lina, in exchange for a support, which is fine.
Yeah, perfectly fine trade. And I mean, 2-for-1 trade at this stage, no matter almost anyone who it is, it doesn't make a difference at all.
Well, what is going on? LGP, he's been stunned down, and it's going to be another easy kill. He just died a second ago.
Yeah, what happened was there was they saw the TP coming in, and there was just a wonderfully timed arrow that came and hit him. I think that's.
I missed on the arrow there. I was wondering, it's like, this is a bad time to go AFK right in front of your tier 1. We might get a trade here on the tier 1's top for middle. And this is something IFG will happily settle with this if they can make it
Shanks is waiting for a TP in here, and then he'll try and engage on him. He's got Blink Dagger. He had it so early in the game, and he's got just Brown Boots. So IFG very wise to back down here. They could have gone for that trade, but it really wouldn't have helped them.
Nothing's really been traded yet, though, because they still
Yeah.
didn't manage to lose out on their top tier one.
Yeah, but I mean, they're really not in any position to defend it. They're going to use a glyph just to slow. But O'Malley has too little HP. Phalanx is just level 5. He can't do very much by himself.
We just got Mech, though, picked up from the Invoker.
Pretty decent timing on it. I mean, it isn't a classic Invoker item, but, you know, it's not terrible at all. What I think Energy has to do now is they have to carry on pushing top. They need to take down this tier 2 tower. And as a result, just kind of cut off the jungle from Archie.
Our Invoker, he's in a lot of trouble right there. We've got the Laguna Blade coming out as well. And Shanks is going to be able to quickly nip out of there. Arrow comes in a little bit too late. But the Void as well was looking maybe for a Chronosphere there. The CM is extremely low.
Not enough mana on the Void, actually.
Oh wow, here it is. We've got Fiend's Grip that was on the lifestealer, but it did next to nothing then. CM did drop down, but there it is. We've got 4 heroes dead in Infinity Gaming. And then we've got Void just scampering away.
Mirana managed to pick up a cute little kill on the Crystal Maiden. I think it was maybe an arrow, but it was definitely a lot of damage coming out from the Forged Spirits. The Forged Spirits are very, very strong, like, don't get me wrong. But I think to put 8 of your levels into Exhort and, well, 4 into Exhort, 4 into Quest is just a waste of 3 levels in Quest. There should be a lot more.
Do you think that Void is the kind of hero that can catch up? I've always imagined that. I've seen lots of failed pub games that I've sadly been a part of, where you shut down the Void for the first 15 minutes. He's like, it's fine. He'll never come back from the mutilations he's been getting there. And then if you leave the game a little bit too long, 20 minutes later, you're like, why the hell? He's killing all of our team.
I think that in a pub game, it's always easier to come back, like, just by definition. So maybe that, like, you know, you're all farming items in a pub game, you have no sense of direction, no sense of leadership, and then...
That's pretty much my Dota game.
all of a sudden, you're just like, okay, well, we probably should have tried to end 15 minutes ago, and you just all AFK for 15 minutes, or farm your jungle, and yeah, you should have just ended.
Yeah.
Could be some good action here mid, I mean bottom, invisibility.
A lot going on here. They managed to detect one, and wow, that Void died faster than I could blink. Jakiro, he might drop as well. We've got a 3-man coil going on, and that's going to be painful. They did manage to take down CM, but there's just, you wanted a lot more from that. And actually, it's going to be a full 5-man wipe here. Is Mirana going to be able to get away as he got leap on? Not for a long, long time. 17-6 now. Sure, a lot of their heroes went down pretty weak, but...
And I really like the item choice that's come out here by Ian as well. I mean, they're so far ahead in terms of gold and towers and experience and everything, and they're still going for, you know, they're not playing bold. We see the Lina still looking to go mechanism, even though she could have, you know, saved up for Blink and been a little bit, you know, dodgy. We see the Paku's, you know, obviously gone back for his treads after Blink Dagger. We see the drum on the Slock. We see all these nice incremental items coming out on them. Even the Crystal Maiden, I want to see what if Crystal Maiden gets Mask of Madness just to troll me, I mean, that would be quite annoying. But
Shanks has got tons of money. There's still 2k left in the bank.
He's saving up for Ultimate Orb, I would think. I mean, it's such a solid and well-known...
Go to Hex or something.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Klitzy making a move now in the jungle as well. I think he's going to be going for S and Y there. And he's already got his armlet going for him. He managed to pick that up really early though. I think he had it by about 10 or 11 minutes time.
Yeah, he had wonderful time top lane and all the kills that happened on top of that. He's 5 for 0. I think if you kill Klitzy Bananas 3 or 4 times early, your mid game just becomes so much easier, and they just haven't managed to do that. Sandprawn in that fight, I mean, he's running around with Agi treads on in a game against Alina. That's not a fun thing to do.
No, you might want that little bit of extra HP over there. You can see Void just terrified of moving any further forward, waiting for those heroes to get pushed back to his tower. And really, at this point, he needs to be getting every single last hit possibly available to him.
I mean, he's only got 38 creeps in 16 minutes, but I mean, you can't say that given all the like.
Oh wow, we just. Where did Mirana die? She went down in top lane. Susie, did you read the manual? No, we're getting action going on in mid. Slark just going to pop his ult and back off.
Yeah, some playful banter. And then in the bot lane, we also see Faceless Void going back for that Morbid Mask. I don't know if he's going for Mask of Madness or if he's going just for the Helm of the Dominator. I mean, both of them, I think, are bad items at this stage of the game.
And you can hope to get a Chronosphere and maybe pick off a support of some sort. Oh, Jakiro trying to TP out, not going to work for him. They did Lina actually fell at some point as well. I'm missing a couple of kills here. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to
no, the Lina died in
change
that
this up.
previous fight where we were random hero popped his ulti.
Susie, are you just going to be feeding again here? Oh, we've
Susie
got a
has-
TP in as well.
Susie's been not having the greatest game, but I mean, at the same time, he's sitting at 3 for 3, so...
Yeah, Void 0 for 3. He's having a much
Yeah.
worse time than Mirana, really. I think if anything, Mirana's actually been having a pretty good time compared to the rest of his teammates. Oh, Void, there's going to be the Chronosphere. Is he going to try and back off there? Actually, that Slark Pounce really helped out. And just a defensive arrow.
Yeah, but having to use your... Oh, here's some
Shanks.
action happening.
There's going to be a kill, surely. That's Deafening Blast right at the end. Puck's going to fall.
That's just the power of Bane, though. In any 1v1 situation, it's a guaranteed setup where... Ooh,
Might have
nice
another
arrow.
kill here. Mirana's going to go down. Slark, is he going to be able to get away there? Void, he does get a kill, and that is plenty of golden experience for him. That is going to help out bucket loads. Can he get away from here? Oh no, he is in a lot of trouble. My camera not allowing me to go up. He does drop eventually, but he got something, you know.
And Zero Man picking up his Blink Dagger and going for a huge ulti, so good work by him there. And Alistam's actually in a little bit of trouble here. He doesn't have Invoke for a few seconds. We'll be able to actually just get out with the help of
Yeah,
O'Malley.
not going to be diving just yet, but he's not far from being able to dive anywhere he likes. Of the amount of farm and good fortune he's had at the beginning of this game. And now they're just split pushing 2 towers.
Yeah, 2 towers happening, and the third is probably going to happen soon as Zero is actually going to have to go heal. But we see that LGP's got enough gold at the moment. Oh, he's actually trying to be King Goon here. He doesn't have a TP scroll, so waiting for some friends. Where's the silence coming?
Oh,
That
nice
silence
little Nightmare itself. We've got a Stealth Stun coming out. Invoker coming in with the Deafening Blast. We've got the Lina dropped out. Shanks, is he going to be able to get out of here? Not in time. They're just throwing away a couple of kills here.
Yeah, a little bit greedy, but I mean, they're getting something out of it. They are getting the top tower going to take a lot of damage here. Might even fall here. I mean, Faceless Void's in position, but he doesn't have Chrono for a couple of seconds here.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. He really wants this tower to stay alive until his Chrono's up, just so he can see if he can burst them down. He might get caught out. He's going to be able to time walk away.
Wonderful deny of the tower there by the Void.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. Very well done by him. And they might actually manage to get... Oh, CM almost took an arrow to the head.
Yeah, he's just trying to bait in there. I mean, it's the one type of hero you don't want to chase in the bushes if he has ulti, which he doesn't because he used it to kill Jakiro, but I mean, would be able to just hide here, cast the ulti, does so much damage, and you can't see him, you can't stop him. Unless you have a Deafening Blast, which luckily Invoker does. And I like the Invoker, he's caught up now. Even though he had to go for that early mech, still going to have his 4-star in the next few seconds, and that's pretty decent timing.
Yeah, he's not done too badly. Void really, the hero that needed to do super well, and I'm going to have a look once again. Well, if he wants his Mask of Madness, he can almost get it. Maybe he wants to sell his one to get it a little, his twig to get it a little faster.
We also see drums coming out in the Mirana, so nice response in the support items. The first early 4-star I think is very nice. And Lina's finished up her mech. What the players were talking about earlier when they said need to practice the Jones a bit more. There was a player on the Bravado side back when all the guys played with him, the random hero and Let's Get Party and Shanks, and his name was Mike Jones, also known as Nakor, and his signature move in Dota was to split push and feed a lot. But he was also one of the best Chen players in the country, so he made up for it at times. In one DGL season,
LGB, he just was completely oblivious to that arrow coming towards him. Lina's gonna die. We've got a big move in though on towards the Invoker. Jakiro gonna drop as well. Are we gonna lose one more? And then we've got a little chase from the Slug there with this pounce onto the Bane, and well, okay, sure their Lina dropped, but they didn't take account of the rest of the team killing them at incredible speeds.
all the players were looking when it was going to be a good time to initiate. So none of them were actually watching their own hero. They were all watching like a little bit ahead.
Yeah, and the counter was just pretty much flawless then. And now they're going to be pushing up higher ground. We're going to be losing Anti-Boost, and we might even be seeing GG's and not too long. It's really been that much of a good game for EN
Yeah,
throughout the
wonderful
entirety
start.
of this 20 minutes.
Yeah, wonderful start by them. I mean, Fitzy Banana's 8-0. This is really the time when there's nothing that can go right, I guess.
Despair though with the TP out. And here it is. Void, he's trying something. He's just scratching them basically. And Void, I'll give him 5 seconds to get out. No, he actually does manage to make it away, but GG's. And Ian, make it look easy.
And make it look very, very easy. I mean, this is a team that is like one of the new teams to Premier League. Some familiar faces certainly, but I think that it wasn't as one-sided as some might have expected. But some other people might also be a little bit disappointed with IFG, and that's really just because of how excellent the strategy and execution was.